What's happening, everybody? Suburban Hiker, downtown South Bend, day 6 of my 500-mile walk. I'm hoping to do miles number 17, 18, and 19 today, Saturday, March 30th, 2019, in downtown South Bend. And it's not just me. I have a walker with me. Where is she? Where is she? There she is.
Hi.
The granddaughter's joining me today. We're gonna get some miles in. We're gonna walk around downtown. We're gonna try and hit the East Race. If you're not familiar with what the East Race is, you can Google that. South Bend, Indiana. There's all kinds of cool data about it. I've talked about it in a couple other videos. It's part of the river walk that runs around Michiana. We're going to check in on the Map My Walk app, and then we'll get started. Okay, Map My Walk shows 0 distance, 0 duration, downtown South Bend. We're going to start walking. So here we are, walking downtown. The very first thing I notice, passing by the restaurants, man, the food smells good. Maybe it smells better because it's cold out. It's a little bit breezy. It's only 40 degrees. Relatively dismal day, to tell the truth. It has rained on and off all night and day. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Busy day, trying to do other stuff. It's a stiff breeze. I'm sure the microphone's picking that up. Okay, I've been corrected. It's about 4 o'clock Saturday afternoon, March 30. I was right. It is cold and windy. I have a hat, a jacket, and 2 shirts on. My hands are cold, my feet are fine. Caden here is wearing a little fluffy coat. I'm sure she's warm enough. Hands are dug deep in her pockets. Neither one of us wore gloves. But we'll survive. Oh, there's some road noise. Hopefully once we get down on the river walk, we'll be out of the wind tunnel. Yeah, for sure. Road closed. We're not sure how much of the river walk is open. They're doing a lot of construction.
Are you done there for now?
We're gonna go and see. We're gonna go find out for our own. It might be closed off.
There it is. Right.
No, it turns left and goes under the bridge.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna find out. They took out one of the parks and they're putting in a new improved Howard Park. We'll see. We might not be able to walk through. We'll find out. As annoying as it is to see the construction machinery and that they tore out the park, I've mentioned in several videos, South Bend is doing a fantastic job with the river walk and the East Raceways and a lot of their parks. And I do believe for Howard Park they're working with private investors as well as the city to recreate the park. They're going to build a new park, but allow room for other, I think there are residential properties that will be there as well, and maybe some offices. They had several meetings held to come up with a plan that a good majority of the people agreed upon, and they figured it out and obviously started working on it. It'll be interesting to see how it comes out. Caden and I used to come down here a couple times a week. That was years ago. She was probably 6, 7, 8 at the time. She's well into her 14th year now. But we used to come down here a lot, walk up and down, keep track of all the animals we see. A lot of ducks and turtles, geese, occasional fish, squirrels in the woods. A lot of good times down here. A couple ducks in the water. They just landed right beside us, caught us off guard. It was cool. Hear them splash in. Got another jogger coming down the trail. A little bit of construction on a bridge over there. Let me zoom in. Heck yeah. 'Tis the season to start doing construction. Orange cones will be popping up everywhere. Orange barrels. Pretty cool. The river walk, you'll notice, is right alongside the river. There's no wall to speak of. It's a neat feature. If you come down here with your children, make sure you keep them within arm's reach and don't let them trip and fall in. Another jogger coming down the road. It looks like we have a set of stairs here. River rocks. How cool. Oh. Another duck landing. A couple docks in the lake or river here. Land your boat in and out. It would appear that these docks in the river are affiliated with Notre Dame rowing. Let me zoom in on that. I'm telling you, Notre Dame's a pretty big school. They're involved with a lot of stuff in the city of South Bend. They do a lot of good. They help in a lot of areas within the community of South Bend, Indiana. Well, there's some buildings from downtown South Bend. We're probably about 3/4 of a mile away from there, according to the Map My Walk app. Pretty neat little view from this angle. Hear a duck in the background. Across the river we have a residential neighborhood. It'd be a neat area to live in. Old school houses from the early 1900s, probably the 30s and 40s. A couple geese across the river making some noise, getting their swim on. Like I mentioned, passed a few joggers and walkers already, getting their steps in the cold. Sometimes you just have to push through. They can't all be the best day ever. Right now we're walking into a nice cold breeze. I'm sure you can hear that on the microphone. Couple ducks sitting on the river's edge. Oh, don't go anywhere. We won't hurt you. We'll just walk right on by. You guys do your thing. Ooh, there's that wind. I wouldn't even record right now except for that, well, we've walked 0.98 miles. Almost at mile number 1 for the day. 0.99. We're getting closer.
Total distance 1 mile. Total time 22 minutes and 9 seconds. Split pace 22 minutes 7 seconds per mile.
There you go. 1 mile down. 2 more to go on today's 3-mile walk. Getting closer. Heck yeah. Except we've already walked way over a mile. We're probably at least a half mile or 3/4 of a mile into our walk before I realized I never pressed start workout on the mapping app. So, darn it. Guess we'll end up walking a little farther than we thought. That's okay. It's a good thing. Sometimes you do a little more than you planned, work a little harder than you have to, keep pushing through. Even when you're tired. I'm a little tired right now. I'm not going to pretend I'm not. I had a show last night. I got home late. Had to stop at the store on the way home to get some food. A couple frozen pizzas because I was, for whatever reason, frozen pizzas sounded good. And they were good. Really salty. Woke up dehydrated. So thirsty. Between playing the shows, not drinking any water. Had a couple alcoholic beverages that also dehydrates you, and then salty pizza. The coffee was the best coffee I ever had this morning. Still tired. Still feel beat up, but I'm still walking. I'm gonna walk every day. I'm gonna get this 500-mile walk done. And then I'm gonna do something else. I don't know what I'll do after that. Maybe I'll do a 1,000-mile walk. You guys can go with me on that one too. It's tough though. You gotta be able to get around the adversity when you do stuff like that. Even just trying to figure out this walk. Girlfriend wanted to go downtown, play Pokemon. I call it Pokemon because it's funny. I wanted to get my walk in, so we were telling the granddaughter we're going to go downtown and do those things. Well, she said she would like to go if we could stop and get something to eat, which, you know, I don't blame her there. I'm hungry a lot too. But I don't think I'm ever as hungry as she is. I don't think I know anybody who eats as much as she does. So, we looked at those unforeseen circumstances, changed the plan around that allows everybody to participate, and I'm out here getting my walk on. And I got company this time. I mentioned the other day, hiking with a granddaughter, some of the most fun I ever had in my life, and how there's a very loose idea that she might walk the Appalachian Trail with me, and that would be my bucket list item. I'll walk with her every chance I get. She's a good walking partner. Well, here we are, officially at the East Race. The East Race is a kayak course the city put in. And this is the start of it. Interesting little feature. Kayakers can do their thing. Got a park across the river on the other side. Some cool trees. Oh, we got a little bit of a little mural on the other side of the river. I Heart South Bend Parks. There's some pretty neat landscaping down here. All the businesses also participate in keeping a nice looking property. Let's get a look at this East Race again here. The water goes by pretty quick.
That was like a fake duck.
There's a duck getting ready to race. I'm sure he would beat any kayakers. Alright. Can't stop walking. Most of this river walk goes under or around the main thoroughfares one way or another. You don't always have to cross the street, but sometimes you do. I think we're at a point where we cross the river and walk under the bridge, or you can walk over the bridge. I think we'll go under it. They have a little footbridge in here. Pretty cool. I've never actually come down here and watched any of the kayak activities, but it is pretty popular. Let's get a look here. Whoa. Water's moving by at a pretty good clip. Alright. We're going to keep moving along. We're going to go under the bridge. Let me flip this around. Hello, there I am. Usually when Kay and I are walking, we go slower, look at all the cool stuff, talk about things we see. But we're trying to get the miles in. Cool little mural. That's fairly new. I've never seen that before. Handmade out of stones and looks like floor tile. How cool. Of course that little section going under the bridge was a wind tunnel. Now I'm cold again. A cool little feature. Homemade stairs going up to a bridge across the river. One of the keys to keep in mind when you're trying to push through and get your miles, you also have to be flexible. You have to know when to not push through. Caden and I have decided that we're not going to push through today. It's not in our best interests. It's chillier than we expected. The wind is much more prevalent down here due to the buildings and the topography. And we're not geared up for that. We're not ready for the cold ears, the cold hands. And we're hungry. So what we're gonna do is skip out a mile and go meet up with Grandma, find somewhere warm to eat. Because we did walk 2 miles and now we're getting hungry. That's one of the differences between backpack hiking, camping, and walking. You know, when you're hiking, especially the major hikes, hiking trails, going from north to south or cross country or whatever, it's a little different than trying to walk in town. Work all day, come home, figure out what you're going to do for dinner, go to the store, cook dinner, get cleaned up, and still try to walk a mile, 2 or 3 miles. A lot of people don't have the extra time. And of course, after you're done working, done going to the store, done doing the laundry, you don't necessarily feel like walking a mile or 2 or 3. You just do the best you can. You have to be flexible. You don't want to overdo it, but you also don't want to not do anything. So you just do what you can. Live to fight another day. Getting ready to cross a major thoroughfare. Should we go under the bridge or just go straight across? Mad dash. Mad dash, run. Whoop, whoop. Didn't really have to run, but that just let the oncoming traffic know that we're not going to be in their way. What are we at? 1.80 miles. Closing in on 2-mile walk. 40-degree weather. Although with the wind, I suspect it's more like 20 degrees. We've been sharing the hat. Her ears got cold, so I gave it up. She got tired of wearing it, gave it back. Our hands are cold though. All kinds of cool stuff down here. She up there climbing on stuff. I'm telling you, best hiking partner I ever had. She makes this stuff fun. It kind of sucks. We don't really want to be done walking, but we kind of have to. Skin's getting cold. Yeah, Bike the Bend. Bike the Bend. Bike the Bend was a program put on. They used to, well, ultimately you would bike the bend. Running from pretty close to the state line, Michigan and Indiana. I think the entire bike ride was 36 miles maybe?
About that.
I think that's what it was. Kaden and I, we did it twice. Once just she and I, and once she, I, and Grandma. First year we did pretty good. I think we made it 10 miles or so. Maybe even more. I just don't remember.
It was a while ago.
Yeah, that was probably 8 years ago. We did that. And then the next year we did it. I know we went all the way from South Bend to Mishawaka. No, I think we did 19 miles that year. I know it doesn't always necessarily sound like much, but Caden was riding a bike that had no gears, just a standard bicycle, had one gear. She wailed on it. It's a fantastic accomplishment. I think we're getting close to our second mile.
Yeah.
Let me check my app. 1.99, here it comes. It's getting close. Come on. It's got to register. We'll keep walking.
Total distance 2 miles. Total time 42 minutes and 33 seconds. Split pace 20 minutes 23 seconds per mile.
There you go. 2 miles down. And probably another half mile before we go find Grandma. Altogether, we probably did get our 3 miles. I don't know. Just doing the best we can. Pushing through when you can. And calling it quits when you should. It's the best way to do it. Here we go, the wrap up end of the video. We chickened out. It got too cold for us. We made it 2.40 miles. Fell just short of 3, although it would have been over 3 if I had remembered to press start workout before we worked. But whatever. Do the best you can with what you have. So we did 2 miles. That's mile number 17, number 18. And that leaves me with 482 more miles on my 500-mile walk. Suburban Hiker. checking out. Remember to subscribe to the channel, drop some questions, some comments, say hi to Caden. Give her a big round of applause for making it a couple miles on this cold day. It's starting to snow. We're not geared up for that type of weather. Anyways, hope you stayed till the end, and we'll see you in the next video.